Hey guys, welcome back. This is Clayton53 Damn. Back here again with another what if. This new what if is what if Deku was in Azur Lane. And if you don't know Azur Lane, it is a free mobile game. And no, not sponsored. None of this artwork is mine. Some of these, yeah, technically all the pictures I'm be using, except this one, are gonna be from like the actual like anime. Yes, they do have their own anime, they have their own manga, they have their own game. But these two are for like only my phone, like my wallpaper. So whenever I go to the other ones, like this one, like those four are from the anime. So I guess let's start off when I guess Deku was 4. So yeah, when Deku turned 4, he went to the quirk doctor. And I'm gonna make you a college in this. So yeah. So over the years, yeah, he found out he was quirkless. Inko is not gonna be like the regular Inko. She's gonna be more like more of a, I guess like neglectful mother. As of course she would beat her son here and there, but hit, beat, and just neglect him. Sometimes feeding him food, but sometimes not. Him going hungry and him not. And Bakugo would hear about him being quirkless and make the entire school turn on him in a matter of one day. And they would all start beating him up and stuff like that. I'm gonna do a time skip. And it's like not normal beat up. It's like it's worse. I'm gonna say like it's 3 times worse beat up. He's getting beat up 3 times worse than in the normal anime. So he comes back with like cuts, bruises, fire marks, and burns. But he kind of he just deals with it because he has to throw in the punches. And I'm gonna say he's already hurt people, you know. I'm gonna say that he met All Might early. Like I'm gonna say, oh wait, you can't give him one for all this early. Well, I'm not gonna give him one for all. I'm gonna make his heart break. So he will meet All Might on accident when he was 7, and he would ask him if he could become a hero without a quirk, with All Might simply saying no and jumping away. Izuku having his heart broken would kind of uninstall all of his All Might videos and get rid of all his figures. And it is... No, should I do that? I guess he's been reading a new manga, like a war... No, he was always... Yeah, I guess a new warship, like a history book. And he's been really loving, like, all these different types of ships, and from, like, the old times, like in World War II, and around the 20th century. And I'm gonna see, so he's 6 or 7 at this time, so I'm gonna do a skip until he's 10. If I remember correctly, I'm gonna make him like, yeah, 5 foot. No, I'm gonna do a time skip to when he's like 14. And technically I have to do a time skip even earlier, so I would have to say until he is, yeah, I'm gonna do a time skip until he's like 17. So at the end of high school, no, yeah, at his junior year of high school. He is standing at a whopping, I want to say 6'11", 6.11. And he's pretty tall. He's thin. He's hurt, bruised to bruise. They go on to this, like, vacation. they go on to this like museum trip. Azuko gets separated from the rest of their group and goes into like a cave. It looks like a cave exhibit that shows what's in a cave, but when he goes in there, he accidentally falls through like a soft piece of wood and goes into an actual cave. He finds on a pedestal a golden cube, and it's glowing, and he wants to touch it because, like, if you remember, the ships in Azur Lane are made from like a purple cube. The gold cube will give him more powers. When I mean more powers, I mean like he'll have more ships to control under his command. And no, not control the other girls. I'm talking about control his own ships. He'll have more ships to transform into. So he's curious. Instead of like going back and remember all the beatings, he touches the cube and the cube absorbs into him and he's transferred out of the cave. When he's transferred out of the cave, he's dropped from a portal out of the sky into, I want to say, do I want to do the Azur Lane base or like a base in between all their bases? I want to say a base in between all their bases. It's an abandoned base where all 4 factions used to live. And I'm going to give Azuku 8 ships. And you're just thinking, oh, well, you're just giving he's going to be like unbeatable, unbreakable. Well, this is more of like, he can be in different factions and no one knows who he is. No one knows. They only see a ship and outside of their ports and they think it's one of theirs. But really it's not. They have not seen the kid. As he's gonna have for Ironblood, he's gonna have, not Gren Zeppelin. It's called, I forgot what the tier 10 World of Warship's called. The Alsign Poiston. I'm not, sorry, I'm learning German. I'm in German too, but I still suck at saying it. And he's gonna have an aircraft and a battleship. I'm not giving him cruiser or destroyer because I'm a aircraft and battleship guy. While his battleship side of Ironblood will be the Großer Kurfürst, which is a tier 10 German battleship from World of Warships. His his Eagle Union will be Midway and Montana. His Royal Navy will be Conqueror, like the ship Conqueror, and not Ark Royal. What was it called? I guess I want to say what was that ship called from World of Warships? It's a tier 10 British aircraft carrier. It's not called Ark Royal. It's not Lusitania. It's it starts with an A. I forgot what it was called, but it's that ship in World of Warships. Look it up, please. I forgot. From Sakura Empire or Japan, he has Yamato and what's the big air? It's a big aircraft that used to be a battleship. I forgot what it was called. It used to exist, but it sank. And that's going to be his aircraft carrier for that one. I'm just going to say, like, British aircraft carrier and, like, Japanese aircraft carrier. Japanese aircraft carrier. Because I can remember all the Azur Lane ships, but I cannot really remember those historical ones because I've never really learned about them that much. So he's transported onto the island, and behind him, of course, shows like 8 ships in dock. And he's looking around, and he doesn't know what's happening. And he doesn't see like a normal like Japanese flag, American flag, British flag, or like German flag. He sees an cross flag, eagle flag. He sees the symbol from Royal Navy, so he knows it's that. And he sees a flower, like a, what's it called, a cherry blossom flower. It says Oh, so this must mean the cross Germany, the eagle America, the cherry blossom Japan, and the, I guess it was lion. It would be, yeah, the lion is the lion is Britain. As he sees they're all into one place, as there's no one there. There's an old base covered in vines and some stuff. Because I'm gonna say it was abandoned about 200 years ago, so they have the nature has taken its course on this. Oh, my bad. So he's looking around, and he doesn't know what the ships are for. As he's trying to think, can he do with the ships? As he doesn't know what to do with them, so he boards one of them, and he sees all the names on all of them. And I'm gonna say he will go to Azurland first, so he'd climb up onto the I'm gonna say midway. And he would fall off, and he would read on the back of the ship, it said midway, as the ship would glow blue and he would glow gold, as the ship would turn into some blue wisdom cubes and go to him, as he would land on the water as he looked right next to him, as there's an aircraft carrier deck, and the battleship right next to it, the Montana, is gone as well. As you think, what happened to the battleship? As soon as he said, or what happened to the U.S. battleship, or what happened to the battleship Montana? As he said battleship and the name of the ship, as the aircraft carrier deck disappears, and four turrets with 3 guns in each turret appear on both his sides. As he sees this, he doesn't know how to work them at all. And for his midway, he's going to have a bow just like Enterprise. And of course, he can launch ships off his deck, but it's a bigger deck than Enterprise. So yeah. So he doesn't know where to go. So he goes into the observation deck after undoing what he did, and he sees the islands around, and one shows Iron Blood, one shows Soccer Empire, one shows Royal Navy, and one shows Eagle Union. As he's looking at all these bases, he's thinking, maybe before I go there, I should practice on turning in and turning out of my ships, as he practices on the U.S., technically, yeah, U.S., Japan, Germany, and Britain. Or I could say Soccer Empire, Iron Blood, yada yada. As he's thinking the American ships would be best for Eagle Union, as he wants to take only one of them, to not be suspicious with 2 of them. So he takes, I want to say, Midway. And the fighters on Midway, I'm going to say, are jet fighters. Like, I'm talking F-13 Raptors, like Skyhawks, Spitfires. I'm talking, like, big stuff from, like, future. But they're on the Midway, so yeah. They're not as new as, like, the ones they're going to have on the Gerald 4, but they're new as in new. So they're still good, so. As he he sails the Midway to, the Eagle Union base, and he sees that there's also another flag there, and it's Royal Navy, as he thinks, so I guessing they're friends. As he doesn't see the other 2 flags there, as he thinks, I should probably keep my head down. And it seems like the four groups split up. And he sees like a giant dock, as he's thinking maybe I should like not go in the front and center because no one would know who he is and they would start questioning him. So he would sail around back without anyone noticing. Park his ship. I guess park his ship there, anchor his ship there, get off it, go to land, and cover himself with like, I'm gonna say like a jacket or like a hoodie, like a cloak in this case. As he is going around, he's seeing people like Laffy, Javelin, Whales, Unicorn, Ark Royal, all of them, like destroyers, battleships, aircraft carriers, and other types of ships. As I'm guessing, if I'm doing this correctly, he cannot bleed, I think, because he's now like a ship or ships. As yes, I'm gonna need a ship in this. As I don't know who to do it with, because I do not want to do another harem, and I want it to be from someone from Azur Lane. Yes, it's gonna be a girl from Azur Lane, so no one young, please. I'm looking for more like in the Pacific, like pacificated, responsible. Even though like no one in there is like kind of responsible, but hey. As he's walking around, people are just like ignoring him because they've seen people have that and they don't see it. As he's just thinking it'd be fine, probably just having his normal thing undone. As he undoes his cloak, and I'm just gonna say he's wearing like normal shoes, normal shorts, sorry, I'm dyslexic. My words get mixed up. Normal shirt, normal shoes, normal shorts, and normal shirt. Yeah. So of course he has a couple scars here and there from his past, but they've already healed up, so they're good. As some people are like noticing him, but they just kind of. Some people are like seeing this person and they don't know who he is at all. As of course he's getting some weird stares, like confusion or who he is. As do I want to say Sakura? No, I don't want to put him in there yet because that's gonna be like in the second episode of like Azur Lane. So yeah. As I want to say, because yeah, Enterprise would no, she would come in whenever in number 2. So yeah. As I want to say, no, Hood isn't there yet. So yeah. I want to say Whales and like, what's her other friend, like Luciton? Like, or see that there's like a red dot, and it's neither Sakura, Ironblood, Royal Navy, or Eagle Union. As they go check out and see it's in a aircraft carrier. As Izuku's walking back to it, they see a person, like someone, like they're hiding in the bushes, and they see a green hair person walk towards the ship. As they're thinking it's one of the girls' ships, as they have never seen this person before. And as of course, he wants to like go ahead and take a swim before he has to go back to the old base. So of course he takes off his shirt. Of course, I don't want to say no. Technically, there'd be more clothes over there for him. So he'd only take off his shirt, not his shorts. As they would see that it's not a girl, it's a boy. Because they've seen boys before, but that was over, I want to say, 500 years ago, because they're ships and the human race is like, I don't even know where they are. So they would they come out of the bushes? No. I want to say after like a couple minutes, no, not a couple minutes, like 10 minutes, as I go to get done, put on his t-shirt, and I want to say, come to me midway. As midway would turn in, no, he wouldn't do that. He would swim over to midway, climb onto the anchor, and say, midway set sail. No, he would just point. Now he would actually go into the cockpit and go. No, yeah, he would go into the No, he wouldn't sail. Because, yeah, I guess he would just sail off. Because it would basically use his mind to where he wants to go. Because he wants to go back to the old base. As Wales and Lusitania see this as it doesn't have a flag, it has flags. Because there's like multiple flags. No. I'm gonna say there's like the US flag, the American, no. There's like no flag on there. As they're looking at the ship, it doesn't look like a Iron Blood, it doesn't look like a Sakura. And they already know what a Royal Navy aircraft carrier looks like, as they see that it's a Eagle Union carrier, as they don't know what carrier it is. It's not Enterprise, so they don't know who it is. As I want to say, Wales fires, I want to say, a tracking device and puts it on the back of the ship. And it hits the back of the ship. Not doing anything, not even making a noise. It just plants there. As, of course, like Sakura, Iron Blood, like hack into their systems and see this like device that says unknown identity. No. I would say they would see where it was going, as it would head to like an old base, one of the old base of all nations. As I want to say, he would go to, do I want to say Sakura or Iron Blood? Because he looks different from each type of faction he goes, not faction, but yeah, I guess faction. Sakura, he'll grow like 5 tails and ears when he's in his carrier mode. But whenever he's in battleship, he'll have 3 tails and ears. 3 tails and a pair of ears. So he'll be like that in his in his Yamato. No, because this aircraft carrier is bigger than Kaga and Akagi put together, and heavier. So no, he wouldn't have 5 tails. He would have 9 tails. And he'll be able to launch all the, he wouldn't be able to launch like jets and stuff. He'll be like launching like old like Spitfires and stuff like that from like World War II. And whenever these ships were made, so yeah, he'll be like using the ones that they all use. But they'll be in like very like larger groups. Like from Japan, he has the largest group from Japan, because it's a bigger carrier. Then it's, I want to say, because Germany would make like a huge ass one. So yeah, it'd be Germany, America, and then like Britain. So yeah, it'd be fine. My bad. So yeah. He would like do the exact same thing for like Royal Navy, Iron Blood, and all of that. And like Bismarck, like Kaga and Akagi would, like, not attack, because they would see, like, there was a ship that came in, and they put a tracking device on it. And of course, he always went into his aircraft form, because he didn't want to go into battleship, because he thought it'd be, like, too open and stuff like that, like a giant gunship, but it's like just like a flat piece of land. So he could hide it well, but not as well. As, of course, like, the next, I want to say, yeah, next day, he didn't decide to go to any of the faction bases, and he just stayed at his own base taking a nap while all his ships are in port. As he's, of course, he gets up and tries and fixes up the radar system and fixes that all up. As he sees that the camp is, like, surrounded by, and yes, if he says all ship, yeah, I want to say all ships deploy, all his ships will come to him, and then he'll have two modes: aircraft mode and, like, aircraft carrier mode, and BB mode. He'll have AC mode and BB mode. As he has done this a couple times, as he can hold the modes for a good while. As I'm gonna say, like, he can hold him for like 5 hours, because he's traded him a lot. So he is 17 and a half, so he is still there. So I'm gonna say he's like 7 feet tall, so he's tall. And he has worked out, because these ships are, like, fucking heavy. So he's pretty buff. I'm gonna say, like, season 3 Deku, so he looks damn. And he has used his aircraft to train stuff, training them. As if you know the Kage and Kaga, whenever he transformed into his Japanese form, his deck is huge. I'm talking, it's bigger than him. Number one, it's wider than a Kage and Kaga's put together, and it's longer than a Kage and Kaga's aircraft put together, so it is big. As he sees that he turns on the radar and sees that there's enemies coming towards him. When he turns on what factions are coming towards him, because he has that on his radar system at the base, it says Royal Navy, as it shows all the factions. As he's wondering why, as he gets up onto the top of the tallest post and locks down the port, as of course a barricade would come up. And whenever Ironblood and Soccer Empire came together, they would see that they're going after the exact same person. And when Royal Navy and Eagle Union are going after the exact same person already, as they would both factions would see each other, and their two factions are Ironblood and Soccer Empire are Crimson Axis, while Eagle Union and Royal Navy are Azur Lane. As they're eyeing each other up, they have their guns out at each other. As he's seeing like there's about to be a fight or something, but and of course his ships are always turned to where the rotors are behind them, so they go forward. And no, technically he wouldn't be able to shut down the base because it's already old, so he wouldn't be able to move, so yeah. As they stare each other down, as they're all thinking they're here for the exact same reason, as I'm going to say Enterprise is there, so Enterprise would speak up saying, so you guys are here to see the mysterious ship or someone, mysterious person. As they would, of course, agree with them, saying, yeah, we've had some strange occurrence. We've seen a green-haired boy, as Royal Navy would say, we've seen that exact same boy. But it wasn't a German aircraft carrier, it was a Royal Navy aircraft carrier. As Eagle Union would say, no, we saw him, but he was in an American, like an Eagle Union aircraft carrier. as Sakura would speak up saying he was in a very huge, like I'm talking, as Kaga and Akagi would say, if me and Akagi, like if me and Akaga would have our aircraft carriers combined, we wouldn't reach the length of the aircraft carrier, and that green boy was controlling it with ease. And they try to say, oh, he's just Siren, and we should kill him, but they've never seen his eyes, and they've never seen any mischievous. He's just trying to be mysterious and try to keep him away. So they would, I guess, agree right now to like not fight each other and find out who the strange person is. As I'm gonna say, Wales and Coastal Illinois would give out information before they head into the base, saying, I guess I would have to say this, ladies, it's not another girl, it's a male. Like, we've never, as they all, like, jaw drop, because they haven't seen a male in, like, a year or so, like, in 500 years, because the last time I seen a male was him dying from helping set up, like, training courses and, like, helping them in battle crews and stuff like that, so, yeah. As Deku gets ready for the worst because he doesn't know, should I fight him? Should I just talk to him? Or doesn't know. As, of course, they all just say no fighting right now until we figure out what this is. As they go in and they see 8 ships. They see 4 battleships and 4 aircraft carriers. As they're thinking, why are there battleships and aircraft carriers? As they're looking around, there's no destroyers, no cruisers. As, of course, the green boy is in, like, the top thing. And Izuku doesn't know what to do. As they all see him. As they're thinking, should we fire at him? Should we, like, wave him down? As I don't know, should I, like... No, I'm not going to end off here, because, like, hell no. It's, like, way too short. No, it's, like, 32 minutes. Damn, I'm going to make this an hour long. As I want to say Izuku, like, goes through the bushes, seeing them, like, walk up to the base up there. They start looking around, and Izuku wants to get out of there. And there's some people, like, on the docks, some people, like, in there, like, trying to find him. And not many of them are in the water. I'm just gonna say, like, maybe a couple of them were just, like, playing in the water. As he sneaks around, he gets on the dock, and he undoes his cloak, runs off, and says, all ships deploy. As, of course, they see, as, of course, from the top, the dock, and in the sea, they see him go into his mode where it's basically he has all guns on him and a deck and like freaking 4 decks on him as he races out of there. As Bismarck, what was it called, Nagato, like the Japanese battleship, what is it called? Her name is Queen Elizabeth, and Enterprise are all surprised that they missed him, and they all start rushing down and call out their own ships as they try to follow him. As aircraft are coming down on him, as they're instantly getting shut down because the amount of AA on this one person. As he's getting annoyed, so he goes back and says BB mode, as the decks disappear and the guns come out. And he lights them up, as it's like fighting, I want to say, it's like a person. I guess it'd be like an army fighting the Angel of Death. Think of it like that. If you don't know what the Angel of Death is, it's an aircraft that has like miniguns, rockets, and stuff like that. like explosive stuff on it, so it's like very powerful. So yeah, as the waves are all shaking, as Deku says, AC mode, aircraft mode, or something, aircraft car- air aircraft carrier mode, as he rushes off. As destroyers and cruisers catch up to him, as he sees them catching up, as he sends out a squadron from each country, as his 4 decks come out, as he sends out like tons of planes, as they look up in the air, as they see torpedoes, bombs, rockets all coming at them, and they're having to dodge heavily, as he puts the things back and just keeps on running off. As I'm gonna say the submarines, because they do have submarines, so he gets cut off by submarines, and so he turns, I'm gonna say right. No, he would turn left, as the submarines would. No, technically, no, the submarines would surround him with the cruisers and destroyers all pointing guns at him. As one of his aircraft, as he would summon an aircraft, as an aircraft, one of his aircraft would come down, he would jump on it and fly off. And he would make sure, and they would all be following him, as he thinks it should be a good idea just to go back into the water, because he might get shot down, because there is a lot of AA and Enterprise, and them are always trying to shoot him down. As he gets low to the ground, and he goes onto water and starts skating on the water again. As they're all still following him, chasing around, trying to gun him down, trying to make him stop or something. As he's getting tired from this, as he wants to, I want to say, he goes towards the dock. I want to say, yeah, he goes past the old island, and of course the things are still on him. So they put their radar down for a second, and they can't find. They're looking around, because he shouldn't be that hard to find, as he is on the island. He goes back into the dock as all the ships appear onto the dock. As he lays down and pants. As I'm gonna say, because of course, Iron Blood. They try to make sure that no one stays there. If he goes back, there's like backup or something there. So yeah, as he's just panting heavily, because he didn't see any of the girls there. As I'm gonna say, the ones that were there were, no, not Z23. I'm gonna say Prince Eugen. Prince Eugen. Yeah, Prince Eugen. What else? Prince of Wales would be there. No, Hood. No, Hood be up there. No, technically the flagship would stay at the old base, trying to see where they all go, because they would have the GPSs, and of course it would only be them 4 at the base, as of course they would be like somewhere near. They would be like coming down from the docks, as they'd see him come over to the docks, as all the ships would reappear, him going as form and landing onto the ground, looking up at the sky and just breathing heavily, because he using those forms over and over again and fighting off all of them is like a tough job, and he's like already tired out, because he could not go into another form. Even if he could, it would not. He would very much be slowed down. As of course he sees the 4 flag, as I'm just gonna say he just like is laying there, as He's tired and just wants to go to sleep, but he knows he can't because if they find him, he's gonna have to go again somehow. As he's just laying on the dock, because yeah, they would have their like other commander ships, and of course the flagships would come down. They're kind of like secretaries. Like Belfast would be with Enterprise. Hood would be with Hood would be with Queen Elizabeth. Prince Eugen would be with Bismarck, and Naruto would have I guess it would be the Fox sisters. No, yeah, the Fox sisters. So yeah, as he would be panting on the ground, just I can't do that anymore. Because he is like tired after that. As I'm gonna say, they all get down to the docks and see him on the ground panting. As he is, as I'm gonna, because all the ships would be like damaged, like not like critical or like even medium damage. They would be like low damage, like minor marks, scratches, some hits, some there, but not like damage, like oh shit. But of course, I'm gonna say I know German, so I'm gonna say it's Prince Eugen that goes over him. No, it'd be Bismarck and Prince Eugen that would loom over him first, because they'd be like to be the first ones down. As they would go over them and say, he- is it hello, Julben? If I remember how you say boy correctly. Hello, boy. And I know I can't speak German. I can speak German to a point, but not like full German. Sorry for the German people that watch my videos, but hey. Um, hello, boy. Hello, man person. Hello, boy. As Zuko sees them, as he tries to get up, but he's like, "Ugh, I'm too tired for this." He says hello, as of course they start having a conversation. Bismarck asks, "Why are you?" No, as they're say, I guess the question on her mind would be, "Do you control?" No, they would be like, "Hello," as she would, as they would put out their hand, as he would put up his arm and shake their hand, and using them, he would pick himself up. He would push his left hand off the ground, pull Prince Eugen. No, he'd pull Bismarck, and he'd pull himself up and get up. And of course, Enterprise, Eagle Union, no, Enterprise, Queen Elizabeth, and Nargato would get down there and see that the boy was there talking to Bismarck and Prince Eugen. As they would go over there and say, hello, man, boy. Just call me as Deku. Says, hello, Deku. Is that your ship name? As he says, well, ship name would be difficult to say, and I'm just thinking Deku would be a lot easier for everyone to say, instead of saying Montana, Midway, Enterprise, blah blah blah, all the names in like one complete saying. Yeah, then that would be my name if you would want to use my ship name. So I would just say use my, I guess, name. Uh, well, my name is Zuko Midoriya. As my friends called me Deku, as he would just say, just call me Zuko or Deku if you want to. As I say, okay, Zuko. Um, I guess Enterprise would say, "Are you a siren?" No, they wouldn't say it because they already knew he wasn't a siren. So, like, "Are you working with the sirens?" As he would ask, what's a siren or what's even a siren? As they say, okay, so you're not working with them. As, um, I guess, Queen Elizabeth would go saying, "Why are you here?" As he says, "I don't know. I just found a cube or something and was transported here. Well, I absorbed the cube and was transported here after absorbing it." And was asked what the color of the cube was. As he said, it was a bright gold cube. As they've never heard of that before. As only the Sirens ever heard of it, because it wasn't the one that made them, but it was something to make a commander out of. And only Sirens knew that. They didn't know how a commander was made or something. As, of course, he would change. As, of course, I guess it would be Nargoto would say, "Do you control all these ships?" I says, "Well, yes, I do. I can control all of them at once, but it really puts a strain on me, and I can only hold it for 5 hours. But whenever I use one ship at a time or two ships at a time, it's kind of just like permanent. But for some reason, I cannot mix the factions. I can't go with I guess from what I've been reading in that old base up there, I can't mix an Iron Blood with a Sakura or an Iron Blood with a Royal or an Iron Blood with a Eagle Union, but I can have it with my other aircraft carrier of Iron Blood. As no, he can. So yeah, no, I'm gonna keep it like that. So yeah. Um, they would ask to demonstrate, as he would say, "Which faction would you want me to pick then?" As they would also say their faction, but he'd say at least try to pick on one at least. As Prince Eugen would just say, Why don't you just pick Iron Blood? Iron Blood. Iron Blood. Why don't you just do Iron Blood first, and we'll see the rest of them." As well as he says, okay. As he transforms into Iron Blood, as red and black and silver all envelop him from the two German warships. As they see an aircraft deck and not the battleship parts at all. As they ask where the guns are, as he says, "Oh, battleship, battleship, um, battleship mode." As the deck would disappear, but the guns and the turrets with the guns would appear. As he can change back and forth between them. As he can also say, "Oh, both modes." As of course the BBs would stay there, as the deck would go onto his arms. Yes, he can move his arms around. No, I guess no. The aircraft carrier deck would be right behind one of the guns. No, the aircraft carrier deck would be like right behind him. So yeah. As they see that it's German, he has a German accent with that. As I guess Soccer Empire would go first. They see that he would have 9 tails instead of 5, like the sisters. No, he would have 10 tails. So yeah, 10 tails. Sorry if I said 9, but yeah, it's 10. So he would have that, and um, it would be Royal Navy, then Yale Union, as they would all be impressed and call back their fleet, as they would all come in and start asking questions, stuff about his world, stuff about his world, saying, "Oh, well, we had quirks and powers as." I guess he would still have scars. So yeah, as so I was one of those unlucky ones as quirkless because there would only be like 2% that were quirkless. So yeah, he would be unlucky. As he was bullied a lot, as he would lift up his shirt, as they would see all like scars, burnt bruises across his chest and stuff like that. As they would all think it'd be battle, but as they said, I just got bullied a lot in like high school and stuff. As I guess they would all be kind to him. As I'm gonna say, a siren attack happens, and like a siren attack, like the siren horn goes off, and they're all freaking out, saying a siren's attacking. As I'm gonna leave it off right there. So yeah, I'm gonna do my next part either tomorrow or Wednesday. So yeah, like, subscribe, hit the notification bell, and see ya.